So, today we are going to interact and interview a well-known star, actor, and yes, a producer. We love his acting skills and everybody know him by his way of style of doing acting. Well, I just want to welcome none other than Tusshar Kapoor. Well, Tusshar, welcome you first. I would like to say thanks and welcome you.
Thank you so much for having me.
First of all, Tusshar, I just wanted to start with this only, as we all are in the same boat, you know. Last year, this year, you know, we were all facing this, you know, Corona time. How you take it? Like how you were experimenting and experiencing yourself?
Well, there's so much that you can do from home. There are ways and means to be productive and work from home also. So I don't think it's going to it's that bad a situation as you're making it out to be. Maybe I'm just a positive person, but my mantra has always been about being flexible no matter what life throws at you. And we went through the first wave. I'm sure we'll be through this second wave also in no time, and the cases are going down. So looking forward to better times ahead and being unlocked completely now.
And we have seen, sir, that we have got more of time to spend with family. As you know, you are also busy with your lot of production work. You have also come up with so many projects, and you have come up with your own company. So then this lockdown, will you be spending more time with your family, especially your son, if we talk about?
Yes, I got to spend a lot of time with him in this lockdown. I got to really bond with him, really understand him. Got a lot of time, got a lot of opportunity to learn as a father also, how best to interact with him, how best to encourage him. And there have been milestones, I think, that we as parents have been able to witness because we're at home with our kids. Such beautiful milestones which in normal life one doesn't really get to see too often, when children are going to school or when we are busy with our work. So it's been a very balanced life, I would say, and there have been pros to the lockdown. And I mean, it's a struggle for the entire world, but I would look at it as so many positives that have come out of this phase also.
And Tusshar sir, if you have to just define three things as a father you learn during this lockdown, and most of the time you're spending with your kid, what three things you were missing and you have actually discovered while spending more time with your kid during this time?
I used to always spend time with him a lot. So I won't say I've really missed anything that I got to catch up now. I've always made a routine and followed a structured pattern as far as my daily activities are concerned. So even in the lockdown, I kind of allotted certain amount of time to my son and certain amount of time to my own work and my own life. So I don't think it changed that much. But of course, doing the online schooling and doing so many things at home with my son, I got to learn so much about him. I got to understand him. I got to learn so much about parenting, how much to control them, how much not, how much to interfere in their lives and how much not to interfere in their lives. These are all things that we practice and we get skilled at. So I think the lockdown, these last year and a half, these last few, I would say 15 months of being locked down have been fruitful in that regard.
And sir, you have completed your 20 years in Bollywood. How you take this, your journey, if you see back, or you just, one day you will going to share this, your experiences with your son. So when you yourself see, oh my God, 20 years, how you define yourself? I mean, what you first come in your mind, you would like to share with your fans and people who follow you?
I would just like to thank all my fans and all the audience members who have supported me in these last 20 years, who have watched my films, who have, celebrated my success, tolerated me in the bad films, and always given me another chance to come back and make myself understood, let me make my presence felt to them with diverse roles. And what else can I say? I'd just like to assure them that I'll keep working hard. I'll try to be here as long as I can, and I'll keep trying to entertain them with all kinds of films. And hopefully they all are successful if people like them. So I'll keep this relationship going with my audiences and keep working hard. That's all I can say.
But Tushar, one always once has a moment, that makes you learn something. Do you have in these 20 years a time when you learn something, you admire something, and when you come down and you suddenly go up, that thing, something you have in your life, you can share with us, a moment, a incident, something happened to you, and you come up with a strong way in this 20
I don't think
years.
there's anything that I don't think I went through anything that any actor didn't go through. I think we all have gone through ups and downs, and there's always a learning curve, and you learn what not to do. You learn how to say no. You learn how to select your films. You learn how to stay strong no matter what the circumstances are. These are lessons in life. These are not necessarily, particularly our actor's life.
Yes.
These are probably lessons that you would learn in any profession that you embark on. So I had those good times, those bad times, and I value everything that I went through because there's so much that I learned from all of it. And I'm still here. Just goes to say that holding on and never giving up is the only way to survive. And even in the film industry, there's always happiness after a lot of hard work. So keep working hard and keep sorting out your karma.
And Tushar, as your dad, Jitendra sir, he was a big star, and most of his popular movies are from South remake. How you react on that? You watch movies with your son, your dad's movies, and you would like to see
I used
something?
to watch my father's movies a lot when I was small, but my son doesn't watch Bollywood movies.
Okay.
Those movies are much older now, but I used to watch all my father's movies when I was small, obviously. We used to go to Hyderabad and see his shootings also.
Oh, wow.
And those are the movies that we grew up on, the movies of the 80s. But thereafter, now that my son is growing up, we don't watch any movies together. He watches his own online content. He likes watching and he likes watching his own YouTube videos. So Bollywood to abhi tak dikhaya nahi. Maybe in the future he will like to watch some Bollywood, but that we have to wait and watch for.
So sir, when you were like in Hyderabad, your childhood memories, you met some of the stars, or you have some good relation with the South stars, you can talk about them. Still you maintain that relation. When you come to Hyderabad, you have to catch up with your friends, and a bonding you can share with them.
I don't have friends in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is like second home for me because I grew up there. But I don't have too many friends. I have a few family friends who live in Hyderabad, but otherwise I don't know anybody there. So even now when we go to shoot Golmaal, we go to the Ramoji Film City. So I don't really frequent Hyderabad city so much, but my childhood is Hyderabad because I had a house there. I had my weekends were spent there, and it was a great experience being in this quiet city which has a charm of its own, which is simpler than Mumbai, which has a great quality to life. I would call Hyderabad as a city with a good quality life. And as a child, I think I've cherished those moments of having spent my weekends in Hyderabad, but sadly I don't have any friends there.
Okay. So with the actors, you never have coordinated or...
No, I didn't. I never met any of the actors in Hyderabad, etc.
So one place you really missed from Hyderabad, you want to come with your son next time and want to see yourself also, and make sure that your son also see that in Hyderabad. Is any place you have?
Not really. I took him to my shooting in Ramoji, and there was so much openness there. There were so many gardens, so much to see, so much clean air, so much everything that's good about Hyderabad is also in Ramoji Film City. Of course, Hyderabad has got the city life, but other than that, I think the good part is the little calmness and the little peace that you can experience in places like that, which you can't do in Bombay. So I showed him that when he came to Ramoji Film City. Maybe we go back there again when I go to shoot again. So now he's a little grown up, he'll probably enjoy it much more.
So when you see yourself as a father now and your father, how you compare yourself? Oh my God, my dad has actually did so much. Is I able to do that? Sometimes it has come to you. Have you compared yourself with your father in terms of parenting?
Not really.
Not really.
Of course, I've got inspired by my father's career. He has done 250 films. So that is very inspiring, and I wish I could do that many films. But I believe everybody has their own style, their own career graph, their own way of being successful, their own survival instincts.
And their own also.
Everybody designs their life in their own unique manner. You don't really have to emulate somebody else, even if it's your father. You have to create your own path, and you have to fight your own battles. That's how I look at it. And of course, I have a long way to go before I can compare myself to anybody. So let's not start comparisons now.
No, no,
It's
I'm
too early.
talking about the parenting wise. A tip
Oh,
you have.
parenting wise, very different. We have different times. I have a different style. My father has a different style. Had a different style. Times are different. I mean, there's so much more information now.
Yes.
And I'm a single parent, so I'm involved much more in my son's life. And my father was more of a working parent, like most Indian fathers are. So it's a very different. We have different personalities, and we do things differently. And there is no right or wrong answer. We both are good in our own ways.
And Tushar, as you first got the child, now Ekta ma'am, I mean, is she taking tips from you? In that way, you are senior, right?
She doesn't need tips from me, but I help her a lot, and
Yes.
she helps me a lot when I'm working. She looks after my son.
Very
She's
good.
working. I look after her son. So we again respect each other's space. We don't advise each other, but this is the right way. That's the wrong way. If she needs help, she asks me. If I need help, I ask her. I think it's better to complement each other's parenting style and just do what you can do to help the other one out. So सबका अपना अपना अलग style होता है, and that's what family is all about, being there for each other.
And Tushar, you have like getting up more of the projects and different way you are coming up with different projects. You can talk about your company. We have come to know how, like, which way you are planning your future in a different way. Like, have you come up like separately something? You set up your own.
Yes, I have started Tusshar Entertainment House, and I produced a film called Lakshmi, which came in Diwali last year on Hotstar, and did very well online as well as on satellite. And it's a remake of the Tamil film Kanchana, which I believe was made in Telugu also. And my next film is a thriller. It's called Marich, and it has Nasir Bhai and myself in it. And that's a very different genre. It's a thriller, murder mystery, and I'm looking forward to the release of that film.
So we can see Tushar in South also producing Telugu movies, right? Will
I
you be
don't have good knowledge about the Telugu cinema. I don't even know the language. So I would love to be part of that industry. It's a huge industry, but I probably have to do it in a way that it's dubbed, or maybe I'll have to learn the language. Otherwise, I haven't even gotten any offer for a Telugu film. So I'm okay, happy doing Hindi films for now.
But now, Tushar, from OTT, we are, seeing a lot of movies which are, regional based, and that, subtitles are there. So have you watched any Telugu movie with like Hindi dubbed or something by chance?
Yes, I did see a film of, I don't know if it's Telugu or Tamil, a film of Nayanatara's.
Okay.
Somebody had asked me to see it about a child who gets stuck in a bore well.
Okay, yeah, okay.
She goes to a village and she goes against the system and gets that child rescued out. So that is a film I remember watching. I forgot the name. Yeah, I do watch films. I keep getting offers to watch Telugu films for them to be remade in Hindi or for something like that. So I haven't lost touch with the South Indian cinema. I keep watching South Indian films a lot.
Recently, like Mahesh Babu ke, Allu Arjun ke, kuch new movies, not yet in your long
No,
time.
I haven't watched those films. I used to watch Krishna sir's films when I was a child, because I used to stay in Hyderabad and Madras a lot. So my dad used to work in the remakes of those movies. So I've seen a lot of Krishna sir's films in the theatre and NTR sir's films in the theatre.
Okay.
And I think the craze in the theatres at that time was something else. So I haven't watched the films of the newcomers, but I used to watch the films of the senior actors when I was growing up.
Oh, wow. That's a great thing.
I did watch one film of Mahesh Babu when I was shooting in Hyderabad long back. It was called Murari.
Okay.
Yeah, long back.
So Tushar, do you remember a one line which actually inspire you and close to your heart, or your dad movies, or from your own movie, which always keeps you, and it's not a dialogue, but sometimes something get so attached to you, something you have in your life, a line?
No, from a movie I don't really remember any line that has really stayed with me. A line from a movie,
or your life, your own life ka line, Tushar ka.
my mantra is always tough times don't last, tough people do. And what else? Yeah, I think that has been my mantra always, and I think it applies to this pandemic situation where we have to be strong.
So Tushar, I heard that you are a bathroom singer. Is it true? You love singing. You are a music lover.
Maybe a hummer in the bathroom. I hum. I don't know how to sing. I mean, I know how to sing. I
Huh.
can sing, but I'm a bathroom singer.
But you love music, right?
I love music for sure.
What kind of a music lover you are?
I listen to all kinds of music, mostly international music, Western music. I'm more of a popular music junkie. Like I like pop music, but obviously it has to be soulful, not the cheesy kind, the more soulful, melodious kind. And I used to listen to a lot of techno when I was growing up, like the Ministry of Sound and a lot of those kind of DJs. But now I think I'm more into the popular stuff that you see on the charts.
Okay. So nothing for your fans? A one line?
Oh, for my fans, what to tell? What I mean, I have no one to advise. I don't like advising people. I think everyone should find their own mantra to survive in these extraordinary circumstances. I think find your inner voice. Look for what makes you happy.
True.
And the answers are inside of you. You are God, and you have the answers inside of you. So introspect, meditate, or chant, and find those answers, and you'll see that life isn't that bad at all.
And Tushar, we just want to end up knowing a small thing, a love and marriage. What actually you mean by this? A marriage and love?
I think love is very important in a relationship, marriage or no marriage, and marriage is beautiful if love can culminate into that institution of marriage. Otherwise, definitely they both have their own place, and when they come together, I think it's a deadly combination.
So we can see a marriage on cards in Tushar in future.
Well, I believe in the institution of marriage, though I never really planned my life, so I can't give you a yes or a no for an answer. And I go with the flow. As of now, I'm very happy with my life, but never say never.
Yes. So it's a 50-50 from your side. But here we
But
go
I
with
can't
the
even
flow.
say that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tushar sir, talking to us. Hope we'll see you in Hyderabad soon and personally we can interview you. And with your
Thank
son
you so much.
also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tushar sir. So that was a wonderful interaction with actor Tushar Kapoor. Keep watching ABN.